What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Marvel Spider-Man TV show review. This is going to be episode 9 and 10. And this is something that I am not looking forward to. Okay, so let's start with episode 9, called Ultimate Spider-Man. Fuck you, show. Fuck you, TV show. Fuck you. Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's get into this, shall we? So, the show starts off with Peter running into Miles and his dad having a conversation about how Miles is being bullied and blah blah blah. First of all, the show never establishes that he gets bullied. The show always showed that he has friends like Anya and Gwen. So the context with this show made absolutely no sense. It didn't make sense. They never explained that in past episodes, even though they recently have been trying to make their episodes back to back. It doesn't make sense. Miles, I didn't see Miles get bullied at all, and now you're telling me that, oh, he gets bullied all the time. Like, that's dumb. Like that was dumb, okay? There's no other words to say about that. So, moving on, Peter eventually is trying to talk to him about with responsibility and stuff like that. Miles ignores him, and just kind of is like, brushes it off, like, whatever, fuck you. I want power. Blah, 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 blah. And so the dumbest thing happens where Spider-Man is fighting, something. Osborn, I guess. And we see Miles walking down the street, runs into Smythe, gets bitten by the spider, which is not how it happened in the comics. And he gets his powers in, I would say, roughly 10 to 15 seconds. I don't think that's how fast it's supposed to work. That doesn't make sense. That's dumb, man. And then he saves Peter Parker. What? Like, okay, first of all, the show is now turning into Miles' show. I hate that, man. I hate that. Then he saves Peter. Peter's like, oh man, I survived, blah, blah, blah. And then Miles, we get to the part where Miles reveals his secret to Peter. Somehow Miles made his suit in, like, under a day. Like, this guy, what, does he have some type of quilting master degree? I don't understand. Like, this guy just, he gets his powers, and the same day he makes his suit. And then this idiot even's like, oh, Spider-Man, I wonder if when my webs will come in, my organic webs. I'm sitting there and I'm like, very funny. Nods to the, old movies. That's just... You can see by me reviewing this, I really didn't like these two episodes at all. Anyway, the review must go on. So then Miles starts telling everyone. He starts telling Gwen. He starts telling Anya. He just shows them. He just shows them like nobody's business. And he's so dumb. He has absolutely no care whatsoever if anyone knows his identity or not. And luckily, he didn't tell on the news, because then when he was on the news, he's like, oh yeah, I live here. He told them where he lived. Like, you gotta be the dumbest person I've ever met in my life. And, now listen. Miles, I will give Miles this. Miles in the comics is not dumb. I may not like Miles, but I do know that he's not this dumb. Okay? He's not this dumb. So, to see him like this is kind of like, wow. Like, just idiotic. So then it leads to a big fight that breaks out between Smythe versus... Well, hold on, let me back up. So Spider-Man shows up because Miles is about to hurt one of the bullies that was messing with him earlier. And Spider-Man's standing right behind him like a boss and is like, hey, drop him. And then they just start talking about, like, responsibility again and stuff like that. And, again, Miles is not having it. And then two Spider Slayers show up. And the older Smythe and the younger Smythe trying to get both spiders because Osborn sent them because he's interested. And one thing leads to another. They fight him. Miles figures out he's got the Venom Blast. Yada, yada, yada. Story concludes. He realizes to stop being an idiot and not reveal his identity and stuff like that. Peter Parker takes him under his wing, and that's how the show ends. And the reason why I said it so blunt and non-detailed is because that's exactly how the show was. Non-detailed, dumb as rocks, and just... The only thing I liked about this episode was the fact that I'm going to start seeing the Spider-Man I like, which is the older Spider-Man, the mentor Spider-Man, the Spider-Man that knows what he's doing. But again, it's like he already knows what he's doing, so what's the point of making him a kid then? You could have just made him an older person. Like, I don't understand why they felt like they needed to put him back in high school or college. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Kraven's Amazing Hunt. Now, before I start, I'm going to just say right now, Kraven looks stupid. He looks dumb. I hate his design. There were a lot of designs for some villains that were okay, but this shit takes the cake. Like, this is the stupidest design for any character I've ever seen in my life. It's so bad. It does not scream Kraven. It screams emo jungle cat man living in the streets hobo reality. Like, that's what he looks like in what I think of him. Anyway, let's get on to the review. So it starts with Spider-Man and Miles, and just so you know, I'm gonna say Spider-Man as Peter Parker, not as Miles. If I say Spider-Man, I mean Peter Parker, in case you're not following. So they're both fighting crime. Spider-Man's taking him through the ropes. He's teaching him. In the last oh yeah, I forgot to mention, in the last episode, he gave him web shooters. He just had a spare on him, I guess. He had 2 spare ones. He gave them to him, and now Miles can shoot webs. Great. So they're fighting crime, and Kraven just shows up, and they gotta fight Kraven. Apparently, he has a show, and it's Miles' favorite show. And so they're on TV. They're dodging and fighting Kraven. We soon find out that Osborn is the one who paid Kraven to go and collect Spider-Man. It does get to a point. Okay. Let me actually review this, because I don't want to. There are some things in this I do like. I will admit it. I do like. Well, I'll get to that at the end. So it gets to a point in the fight where Miles gets shot with this dart or whatever. Oh yeah, let me go a little bit more back. Before that happens, Miles is being stupid. He's just tripping over everything. Apparently his spider sense doesn't work because, oh my god, he's so dumb. He's so dumb in this. What's worse is that he's supposed to be smarter. Okay, because a lot of people had this theory that, oh, Miles is smarter than Peter in this TV show because, he went there before Peter. Well, apparently he's dumber than him, because that just doesn't make sense. Okay, so anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So Miles gets shot with this fear dart or whatever it is, fear toxin. Thanks, Scarecrow. So yeah, he gets stung by it or whatever, and he gets so scared that he turns invisible, activating his second and last new power. So yeah, now he can turn invisible. He turns invisible. Peter finds him. He makes him snap out of it. And this is when the show had got me a little happy. I will admit it. Even though Miles was there, and I am a little angry that this is the only way I see the Spider-Man I like, they're sitting there and they're talking about how, Miles, you're hurt. Okay, you need to sit this one out. I have to go fight Kraven. And he gives him the speech of sometimes you gotta fight on your own. It's good to fight with teammates, but sometimes you gotta fight on your own. And I like that because it's true. Spider-Man is a loner. He's supposed to do things on his own. He's not really a team guy. And in that moment, I was like, yes. And then, yes, it is. It's Spider-Man versus Kraven. He's fighting these pack of lions. It's kind of funny. He lures them in. He makes a little web ball, and he, throws at a lion, and the lion's playing with it, puts it back into the gate. It's really cool. I like that whole part. And then we get to the part where Spider-Man gets tased. Thanks, Spider-Sense. Thanks, stupid writers. You obviously don't know Spider-Man. So he's unconscious, gets taken to Oscorp. He's gonna get a blood sample. But Miles is there. He saves Spider-Man. Osborn and Vulture Smythe, I should say. Was it Smythe? No, it was Vulture. Yes, it was Vulture. Osborn and Vulture take off. Building's coming down. Miles is about to leave, but Spider-Man's like, no, we gotta save Kraven. He gets Kraven out, and they vamoose. And again, they have a little heart-to-heart, and I actually forgot what they said, so there you go. It's over. So, as you can tell, I was not a big fan of these two episodes. First of all, because of the fact that Ultimate Spider-Man, I don't know if they're referring to Ultimate Spider-Man. It's pretty much what they're saying with the comics. Don't ever say that, guys. Just, don't. Miles is not Ultimate Spider-Man, okay? Just shut the fuck up. Miles is an idiot in this entire show. He completely just ruins. He's stupid. They've dumbed him down. He's really dumb and bland. Peter, again, you know what? No, the truth is, Miles is just complete idiot in this show. He's a complete idiot. As soon as he's Spider-Man, he's a complete idiot, and he makes stupid, lame jokes, and they constantly bicker with each other about jokes, and it's so dumb. But anyway, guys, these are my least favorite episodes out of this season. I don't know, but bad episodes. I hated these episodes. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Up and away. See you guys.